Hello everybody, welcome to Erndales. My name is Dale and this is my YouTube channel, Erndales. You are very welcome. I have been standing on my feet for, probably over 4 hours, working on my little fabric collage of my dog Molly. And it's going okay. It's a challenge for sure. And the thing is, with collage, it takes a long time to get it right. I think I probably have a lot of 4-hour days standing, replacing, there, that's better, replacing fabric pieces here and there, and, you know, doing all this decision making that goes along with collage. But I've got it to a point where I think I have the base down now, and I'm not happy with it at all. There's lots of changes that I'm going to be making, but I have the structure pretty much done, and I think I can go from there. So I decided I wasn't going to show you yet, but I did quite a bit today, so I think it's a good place to stop and actually you could catch up with what I am doing. But one thing that I have done today is I've taken a lot of photos, and I find it very helpful when you're doing collage, just like when you do quilts, to take photos and have a good look at them. I'm not taking my photos in grayscale. I don't need to. I'm just strictly working with blue jeans. So I have only different shades of the same color, but it is very helpful to look at a photo instead of looking at the piece. You know, when you're looking at the piece, for myself, when I look at the piece, I'm looking at the edges, what I've cut and that kind of thing. But when I look at the photo, I see the whole thing, and it's more beneficial for me to look at the photo. I get the bigger picture. So that's what I've been doing, is sitting here going through the photos that I've taken, and it doesn't look as bad. And the funny thing is, I've been struggling with the neck part. It doesn't seem quite right to me, but when I looked at the photo, I got a great idea. I have Molly's collar and tags, and I have I don't know, I bought it, it's a giraffe. We call him Fred. And I have this, her original collar and tags around this giraffe, and it just hangs there. It doesn't fit the giraffe or anything, but I think actually my last thing to do on this piece is going to put that collar and tags on. And it's not blue jeans. It's a breast cancer support collar with her old tags on. So I think when I saw the width of the neck of this piece, it'll fit perfectly. I'll just cut it and attach it on it, and that will be, it really will be Molly. But there's lots of work to be done before I get to that stage. So I thought I would just pop in here, introduce what I'm doing, and you can have a look and see. You know, I'd like some feedback, because that's always a help. You know, I look at something and I see something, but somebody else might look at it and see something different. So I outlined the kind of places that I am having some problems with, and maybe you can shed some light on my critical eyes. And I am very critical of myself. I always am. When I do something, I fuss over it, and I'm very, very critical of my work. So sometimes when you're doing a piece like this, it's good to be critical in one way, but you can also hamper yourself very much because you're so critical that you're changing too much. And I find the best thing to do is step away and leave the piece for even a couple of days. Don't even look at it. And when you go back, you'll see different things. You'll have a different vision completely. So that's my intention. I'm not going to look at it for a couple of days. I'm actually going to work on this little piece that I did the little short on yesterday. This is the fabric weaving that I did yesterday, and I had so much fun doing this tiny little piece, but that's a whole nother video. I'm not going to even talk about that. I'll just tease you with that. Anyway, so I want to say a very special welcome to the new subscribers. I've had quite a few in the last few days, and I'm really pleased about that. I've been trying to do a little bit of work on my channel. I'm kind of organizing a bit, so I'm making playlists for different things that I do. And this video will go into the playlist of fabric collage because that's what it's about. You can find me on Instagram as Erndales. I also have a Erndales Facebook page that you could join me on. And I'll put my email, Erndales email, in the link or down in the description below if you want to ask me anything. But by all means, leave me some comments and let me know how I'm doing with this, because right now I'm not happy with myself at all. Although maybe tomorrow I will be. I don't know. So here is the beginnings of my Molly. Enjoy, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now. So here's Molly so far. There's a lot wrong with this, but I do see what's wrong and I can fix what's wrong, but I have made some decisions. For instance, this is wrong right here. If I take that away and I put a bigger piece over here, it looks a little bit better. So I know now by just doing this that I have to make this bigger, and this is going to have to come from here all the way out. The neck has to be bigger, or I have to cut this down. These are the decisions you have to make. I still have another piece that has to go here for the eye, not the eye, but for underneath the eye. And of course there has to be a nose, and of course there has to be ears. But this was the challenge that I had. I didn't want to cut out white teeth. So what I did, when I had cut this off of a piece of fabric, I don't know which one it was really, probably this little piece here, or maybe this. And on the back, I noticed these jig-jaggedy things, and I thought, okay, there's my teeth right there. So I trimmed that down, and I cut out the teeth. But it's not going to look like this because there's an outside lip underneath on the jaw. There's a lip that's going to come up along here. And for that lip, I may very well do something like this. Wait a minute, let's see if I can get it. I'm doing this with one hand. I may very well use a piece of this. I'm trying very hard to only use blue jean material and nothing else. And that includes the teeth. So I think this might work. I'm going to have to play with it for quite a while, but I think that's exactly what I want. And then all this along here all has to be sort of ruffled because she had a really thick coat and it was fluffy here and fluffy down here and fluffy, you know, maybe right up to here, and maybe partially a little bit of fluff here. So what I'm going to have to do is use, what my intentions are, is to use this kind of thing to fluff this up. So, of course, none of this is secured down or anything. So I wouldn't do it this way. Oh, yeah, I'm making a mess. It's really hard to do this with one hand. Holding the camera with one hand and doing, I would turn it this way. And I will embed this in underneath these other pieces, and all you will see would be the fluff. But I have to fluff this more because this isn't deep enough. So there's so much more to do, but it is coming along. It's taken me a couple of days to get this far. I work on it for a while, then I walk away and I think about it, and then I come back and I work on it some more, and then I walk away. And this is how you get the final product. When I did Levi the horse, and if you don't know, if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen Levi, I'm going to put a picture of him here. So when I did Levi, it took me probably 2 months from start to finish of working on it a little bit every day and changing and recutting and changing and recutting. And a lot of the fabric that I'm using here is leftover from when I did Levi. Now, I don't have Levi. It's in a facility not far from here on a wall for sale. And actually, I think I'm going to go and get it back because I really love that horse. I think I'm going, if they haven't sold it, and I don't think they have yet, I think I'm going to go and take it back because now that I've got this one on the go, I think I want to have Levi and I'll have a horse and a dog. So this is my pile of scraps that I'm using. And a lot of it is really small. And then I have some here. And then I've got a lot of bigger jeans in my toy box here. What actually used to be Jonathan's toy box, but is now my fabric storage. So I just wanted to share this with you and show you how we're coming along. Once I get all my pieces cut the way I want and I have everything, then I will come back and I will show you what this next step is. After I get everything cut and I'm happy with the way it looks, nothing is put down. Everything is just laying here right now. So once I get the whole dog cut out and I'm happy with the placement, then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what I do next. I have to adhere this down onto this fabric and then I am going to stitch it. Now, when I did Levi, I used the sewing machine, but I'm starting to think I'd like to slow stitch this dog down and do some embroidery type of stitches and things like that. It's going to be different than Levi. It's definitely going to be different, and it's going to be very artsy. But I think, I don't know for sure, but this is bugging me here. That's the plan anyway. I might add more color in this part here, some more patches. I might cut these down even more, like keep the basic structure, but add more colors. So we'll see. This is just where I am now. Okay, I'm going to leave this here now. I've done all I'm going to do for right now. It's getting there. This is still a problem for me. This is a problem for me. Her ears are going to flop over this way, so I'm going to have to cut them about here. Well, maybe about here. They were just the tip of her ears flopped, and then have this color dominant over there. Same with this. I'll have to cut that about there and flip it and have this color dominant, because this is the back of the ear, this part here. And this would be the back of the ear as well. So that has to be done. I'm thinking of maybe shortening the tongue a little bit. And then, of course, there's going to be that piece around here. That'll be the lip. It'll go from here all the way around there. This right here, not 100% sure. I actually think it's this piece, not this piece. It's this one here that's bothering me, but I'm not going to bother with it anymore. I've been standing here for about 4 hours now, and I got to leave it alone. I don't even think I'll look at it for a couple of days. I might, before I quit looking at it, I might take it apart and iron all the pieces, because there's a lot of wrinkling and it's sort of distorting it a little bit on me. But I might just leave it and come back to it in a couple of days. I'm not going to even look at it for a few days. Just I found for myself, if I overdo it and obsess with something like this, I actually start cutting off pieces and I make a big mess. So I got this far. I'm just going to leave it be, and I'll start again in a couple of days. I'll find something else to do. Maybe I'll do some slow stitching. But yeah, I think I did a pretty good outline of this now. Lots of fussing around, but I fussed enough for one day, I think. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry about the picture that I inserted of Levi the horse. I took that picture with a regular camera, and I haven't been able to reduce it down for a video to insert into video. So I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm sorry it's not the full picture. I'm going to go onto the computer and see if I can make it smaller. And if I can, in another video, I will show you the full picture of it. But it's just not working out today, and I haven't really, I'm tired. I don't want to be sitting there fooling it. But you'll get the idea of the horse anyway from what I've got on there. But I will try and get a proper picture of Levi in upcoming videos on this subject while I'm doing this one. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I have made playlists. This is going to be now in a playlist called Fabric Collage. So if you're only here for the Fabric Collage, you can go and find it really easy. I've sort of started to clean up my channel a bit and organize it. So I know not everybody does or wants to see all the things I do because I do so many different things. So if you're here for a certain thing, you should be able to find it a little bit easier once I get that all done. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.